5 schools in Bedok. Whoa. Hold. No writing yet. No writing yet.
What's the News is a game show where we test just how well young Singaporeans know their current affairs.
After a day of battling it out, only 4 teams remain. But only one of these schools will walk away with the grand prize of $4,000.
Welcome to the finals of Straits Times. What's the News? It is now time for us to bring the 4 finalists onto the stage. Are you ready to bring them on? Come on, make some noise, everybody. Let's hear it. Let's go. In our blue counter, we have Outram Secondary School. On the green counter is St. Joseph's Institution. In the purple team, please welcome Presbyterian High School. And last but not least, in our red zone, please give a big round of applause to Temasek Junior College. Okay, teams. Round number 1 is called Current Affairs Quick Fire. I will be announcing the question and the answer options will flash there. Once the question has been read out, I will tell you that you have 10 seconds to lock in your answer. You will get 10 points for each correct answer. No point deductions for any incorrect answers. This is official question number 1. Fair Price, Cold Storage and Giant, Sheng Siong and Prime will display blank for items such as rice, meat, eggs, cooking oils, fruits and vegetables later in 2025. It means that consumers will be able to see the price of the product per unit of measurement, such as per litre or per kilogram. What is this blank? 4 options. And your 10 seconds begins now. Which is the correct option here? This was recently revealed. Pens down, time is up. Pens down, reveal your answers, please. Everyone said unit pricing. Audience, what do you think? Correct answer? Yeah. Let's reveal the answer. That is absolutely correct. All points. 10 points to all teams. Let's go to question 2. A widespread power outage in 2 European countries on April 28th this year cut electricity to homes and businesses, forcing hospitals to suspend routine operations, made traffic lights fail, and caused panic buying. Where did this outage occur? 4 options on the screen. 10 seconds begins now. Was it Spain and Italy, Italy and Switzerland, Spain and Portugal, or France and Italy? Time is up, pens down. No more deliberation. Please show your answers. Between Spain and Italy and Spain and Portugal. Wow. Before we reveal, audience, A, C, B, D, what's your answer? Shout it out. C? Some of you say Spain and Portugal. Correct answer, please. Spain and Portugal is absolutely right. Points go to Presbyterian and Temasek Junior College. Question number 3, please. Forrest Lee, one of Singapore's richest men, was recently installed as the president of a sport association. What is one of his key focus areas? Options on the screen. 10 seconds starts now. Those of you who are well in touch with sports news will have the correct answer here. Time is up. Pens down, please. Teams, let's do a quick reveal of your answers. Development of youth football. Okay, Forrest Lee installed as the president of which association? Anybody? Football Association of Singapore. Could it be correct that he wants to develop youth football? Let's reveal the correct answer, please. Absolutely right. Points to all teams. Well done, teams. You're getting the hang of it. Let's move on to question 4. Facial masks, sunscreen, and face creams, among other Korean beauty products, experienced a surge in sales in the US in April. Why is that so? Here are your options. 10 seconds on the clock begins now. One of these 4 answers. Can we have the team's responses on their TV screens? Wow. SJI said it was cosmetic manufacturers closing US factories because of tariffs. Everyone else said it was the speculative fear of tariff wars making the prices soar. Can we reveal the correct answer, please? It was the fear. Well done to the teams that got that right. Moving on to question number 5. The number of fires in Singapore has risen in 2024 compared to 2023, of which there were 67 fires in 2024 involving blank, with the Singapore Civil Defence Force saying that a significant number of them had been illegally modified. Here are the 4 options. 10 seconds begins now. Illegally modified power banks, AMDs, EVs, or battery-assisted bikes. Pens down. Teams, pens down. This is a tight one, a close one. I'm foreseeing a lot of different answers, but let's see what the options, or rather what the team's answers are. What? Well, maybe it's just in my head there were a lot of different answers. But the teams seem absolutely sure. Let's do a reveal. What is the correct answer? I told you this was a tricky one. This was a tricky one. None of the teams got that one right. It was the active mobility devices causing these fires. Let's take a look at the scoreboard so far. Can we bring that up, please? At present, we've got Presbyterian and Temasek JC in the lead with 40 points. Outram Secondary not far behind. SJI also hot on their heels, only halfway through round 1. Plenty of time for all teams to catch up. Let's move on to question number 6. Fuwa and Feng Yi have been in Malaysia as a part of a 10-year loan agreement between Malaysia and China. Now quarantined at Zunagara, they are scheduled to return to China this month, which is May. Fuwa and Feng Yi are... Here are your options. 10 seconds start now. Are they red pandas? Are they giant pandas? Are they golden snub-nosed monkeys? Or are they red-crowned cranes? Time is up. Time is up. Pens down. Pens down, please, teams. Let's see what the team's responses were. Everyone said giant pandas. Let's reveal the answer to question 6. Giant pandas is absolutely right. Moving on to question number 7. An unreleased song by this late Taiwanese pop singer who took East Asia by storm from the 70s to the 90s has been discovered in Japan and will be released in June. She is... 4 options on your screens. 10 seconds begins now. Who is this Taiwanese pop singer, this late Taiwanese pop singer? This newly discovered song. Time's up. Pens down. Thank you very much, teams. Please reveal your answers. Teresa Tang. Everybody says that, huh? Can we reveal the correct answer, please? Well done, all of you. Good job. Question 8, please. The next Winter Olympics will take place in February 2026 in Milan in the alpine town of... Here are your options. And 10 seconds begins now. Is it the alpine town of Bolzano, Tirano, Chamonix, or Cortina d'Ampezzo? Time's up. You think I'm not paying attention just because I'm mispronouncing these Italian words? Let's see what your answers were. A toss-up. Wow. Let's learn the news together because that's what it's all about. What's the news? Tell us the answer for question number 8. It is Cortina d'Ampezzo. Wow. Outram, full credit to you. 2 more questions in this round. Question number 9. Which testing method adopted by the Central Narcotics Bureau provides a longer detection window for identifying drug relapses amongst supervisees compared to urine testing? Your options are as follows. 10 seconds begins now. Something that is providing a longer detection window than urine testing. What is it? Time is up. Pens down. I can see some really heavy discussions going on. Teams, let's see what your answers are. Wow. Looks like a toss-up between saliva testing and hair testing. Let's reveal what the correct answer is. Hair testing is absolutely right. Wow. Most of you got that one right. Congratulations. Final question, teams. Final chance to get MCQ points here. Question number 10. Earlier in May, some 400 doctors gathered to protest in Putrajaya, Malaysia. Among their concerns... Options, please. 10 seconds begins now. Were they talking about too many doctors? The GP consultation fees have been capped. Patients paying high fees? Or there are no anti-profiteering laws? Time is up. Teams, what were your responses? Oh, wow. A lot of you said that the GP consultation fees have been capped at 10 to 35 for the past. Let's see if this junior college confidence pays off, or did the risk that SJI took get them the only 10 points in this round? Can we have the answer, please? B is absolutely correct. We come to the end of round 1. A big hand for all teams, please. Here is the scoreboard as it stands. Can we bring it up, please? Outram Secondary School and Temasek Junior College are in the lead right now. Presbyterian High closely behind SJI also. Again, very close. Anything can happen. We've got 2 more rounds to go. And in round 2, this is called Present a Trend. Now, before the entire finals began, the teams were all given an envelope in which they had to pick a topic. And each team was given 15 minutes to have a discussion on this. They'll be doing a short 3-minute presentation very, very shortly to our judging panel, and then we'll take it from there. Team Outram, may I please invite you to the center stage for this presentation? This was the envelope you picked. The question was, identify key global trends in the future of transport over the next 3 years and give reasons why you think these developments will be significant. Judges, just a reminder, there's a maximum of 90 points to be given in this round. 3 minutes on the clock, please. Your 3 minutes begins now.
Okay, good afternoon, judges and audiences. So these are some of the trends that we that we spotted globally. So one would be sustainability, increase in number of transportations, and more like private hire cars. So locally, there is an increase of eco-friendly buses and hybrid buses that do not run purely on diesel, and is more sustainable in a way. Yeah.
Some of these ways include less carbon dioxide emissions, which will allow global warming to slow. Along with the increase in number of transportation, this includes more MRT lines being built in Singapore, along with the MRT lines undergoing efficiency improvements, such as the Brown Line, which works faster than the other lines.
So as for globally, there have been an increase in modes of transport. So you know how in Singapore we have MRT line and buses and rental bikes, but globally in around Germany and Europe, they have increased their mode of transports to trams as well as rental scooters, which are accessible to tourists as well, which is it's easier for them to go around the city without having to hire a private car or having to sign up for a transportation card to use the MRTs. Apart from that, globally, there have been an increase of bullet trains around the world. So normally when I talk to someone about bullet trains, often they refer to the bullet trains in Japan, but there are many other bullet trains around the world, such as in China and other places. As for Australia, there is an increase of free transportation around the cities. So for example, in Melbourne, the trams have free zones from in the parts of the city, which you can just hop on and get from place to place. And they are more eco-friendly, the trams, as they use the same roads that will be used by the cars, the private cars, and the different buses. So this is eco-friendly, as Australia doesn't have to cut down trees to use to make roads out of them. So it's very eco-friendly. And
back to the local place like Singapore. So Singapore, as you can see, like down the roads, there's been a lot of rental bikes, and there's apps which makes it more efficient for us to rent the bikes. And why is this rental bikes better?
Thank you very much for that presentation. Unfortunately, your 3 minutes are up. Good work, Outram Secondary. Now, welcome Team B, St. Joseph's Institution. Remember, these were picked at random, and they only found out about it today. This was the problem topic, identifying global trends in the future of food over the next 3 years, and giving us your reasons why you think these developments will be significant. 3 minutes begins now.
Let me ask you a question. When there were three things, I'll tell you two of them. You guessed the last one. Pretend you didn't see what that was. Firstly, you have water. Secondly, you have air. What's the last one? Anyone? Anyone? Okay, no one. Food. Well, for my group, we've decided that food, there are growing trends. We must admit that. Everyone eats that. So there are those in Singapore and those that are globally found. The first one I want to talk about is GMOs. What are GMOs? GMOs are known as genetically modified organisms, and it can also be used in food. More specifically, there was a GMAC competition in Singapore by the Genetically Modified Advisory Council. So basically, what are GMOs? It is basically a chef's knife. You get to cut up a chef's book and combine something and make it better. For example, climate change, global warming, you're able to use GMOs to make more heat-resistant crops. Now, I would like to pass on to my group mates who would talk more about lab-grown meat.
Yes, thank you. And with the climate change getting even more severe day by day, more and more animals fail to adapt to the ever-changing environment. As such, the animal population is decreasing over time. As such, we must find more sustainable ways in order to source food. One prime way is lab-grown meat. This is done by extracting DNA from a small sample of meat and re-establishing them into larger portions of meat, which could be which is edible and provides humans the food.
So, in the past few years, following the underutilization of rooftop car parks, we have also seen an increase in the trend of hydroponics being used. These attempts for vertical farming also increases Singapore's food security against pandemics where supply chain issues have been emerging, and we have been taking active steps to prevent Singapore's food shortages. Now, I will pass on to Krishay, who will talk about on the global scale.
So one of the most pressing issues that mankind is facing in the 21st century is climate change. Now, climate change, what does it do? It desertifies our lands. It increases the temperatures of our oceans. So what do farmers have to do in response to this? They are forced to turn to other forms of grain which they must grow instead of having a wide genetic variety. Moreover, the wars around the world, such as Ukraine, which is one of the most major exporters for grain. Now these wars and climate change serve as one of the most important and disruptive ways of climate change.
And just because you do not experience climate change, you do not experience war, does not mean it is not occurring. For these trends you'll see in your daily lives. Thank you.
Thank you. Team SJI, please take your seats. Let's now welcome our third presenters from Presbyterian High School. Let's bring up their trend that they were supposed to discuss, identifying key global trends in the future of medicine and healthcare over the next 3 years, giving us reasons why you think these developments will be significant. 3 minutes on the clock begins now.
I'm sure we all know that being a doctor is extremely difficult and time-consuming. However, with AI helping us now, it is easier for doctors to analyze X-rays for cancer. This allows the cancer patients to have more time to recover and go through treatment processes. Doctors can also use AI to check the patient's symptoms and check what kind of disease the patients have.
As COVID-19, their cases are increased, with the help of AI, we can do more researches and find out more about the vaccines to help cure COVID patients and to lower down the cases as it started increasing again after finding new strains appear and
there's also been further development in physical therapy in medicine and healthcare in order to help slow down dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Medical healthcare has also been getting more advanced as technology has been enabled doctors to cure diseases with no cure. For example, like AIDS, HIV, and stage 4 cancer, and especially for genetic diseases. This is evident in the United States, where a genetic modifying kit like CRISPR has been developed, and if it is developed in the future, it can become more accessible to everybody and not as expensive. It can therefore solve many incurable diseases.
There's also an experimental cure for diabetes, for further technology, and there's also improvement of opportunity of healthcare for everyone, especially in rural areas. For example, a city in Italy outlawed being sick to highlights their inadequate healthcare resources. With more advanced technology, we can have more resources and come up with more accessible medical care.
Okay, let's ask. In the future, thanks.
Thank you, the team from Presbyterian High. We have one final team. Let's welcome Temasek Junior College. TJC, you know the drill. We will first put up your global trend that we asked you to speak about, identifying global trends in the future of jobs over the next 3 years, giving reasons to share with us why you think these developments will be significant. 3 minutes begin now.
Good afternoon, esteemed judges, audience. Today, we have identified 3 key trends in the future of jobs. The first one being digital art industries, there being a bleak future for them. This is because with the emergence of AI, there have been less opportunities for real human artists.
Our first example relates to the gaming industry. Do any of you guys play music rhythm games? If you do, you might have heard of Cytus. Well, Cytus has laid off majority of their design team to pave way for the introduction of generative AI into their game.
Now, why exactly is this a problem? Well, given how there's already a preference for STEM industries by many students and professionals, this will mean that there will be a further dwindling of the number of people pursuing artistic fields, and thus less human artists. This is a problem as artists are a vital part of our society, imbuing purpose and emotion into their art forms, while AI can merely copy their hard work and creativity.
Wow, that's not a cause for pessimism though. There are also many jobs that require human touches that are at the sunrise industries. For instance, jobs that require empathy, communication, and soft skills are in fact on the rise today. For instance, take jobs in the healthcare sector, for instance. With the growing prevalence of an aging population in societies, jobs apart from doctors to nurses and to caregivers and even social service workers are in fact on the rise because they can give the human connection and emotional power to those people who need it the most. And given the prevalence of mental health illnesses on the rise, speech therapies, mental health therapists are actually on the rise too. And this shows how jobs are also rising at the same time.
So adding on to the optimism, we can move on to new technologies. So there will be a greater demand of STEM graduates due to the further integration of other technologies into different sectors. So starting off with defense, our National Defense Agency, DSCA, has pushed out autonomous robots such as the Foxtrot and Harrier programs. And then we have the integration of robodogs into the social sector, such as the robodogs with the design from Boston Dynamics, ensuring social distancing during the COVID period. Then we have the integration of AI into software applications, which tying into our elderly population can help to develop chatbots that help to keep our lonely elderlies company.
To add on to this point, apart from these disruptions, there are also disruptions to the traditional industries. For instance, the car market. With the rise of electric vehicles, a lot of traditional car manufacturers are facing a lot of trouble trying to sustain their businesses with new car models coming out. And in this sense, these changes happening across the world are in fact inevitable. And what we can do is to adopt a lifelong learning mindset to keep learning and to stay relevant to this new world that's ever changing. Thank you.
That was the team from Temasek Junior College talking about the future of jobs. Please make your way into the audience. Take a seat, please. Those were our 4 wonderful teams completing round 2, which was present a trend. Another big hand for all 4 teams, please. Thank you. At this point, we're going to give the judges some time to retreat to one of our rooms inside and deliberate on the scores. So judges, please take some time and give a generous, good score to these students. Teams, we've given you a little bit of a breather while the judges went to deliberate the scores. I don't know what the current scoreboard looks like, but my team tells me that we are ready to reveal that. Please bring the scoreboard on. For present trend, remember, this was out of a total of a maximum of 90 points. This round specifically was taken by Temasek Junior College. Very well done with 84 points. SJI, talking about the future of food, also did very well with 71 points. Presbyterian High School scored 60 points and Outram Secondary scored 57 points in their respective Present a Trend. Let's look at the cumulative scores right now of round 1 and 2. After 2 rounds, in the lead is Temasek Junior College. Close behind is actually Outram Secondary School, Presbyterian High with 130 points, and the St. Joseph's Institution with 121 points. What if I tell you the final round could potentially change everything? 16 more questions in this round called Short Answer Jeopardy! There will be a question board with 16 options, and each option has an assigned point value. If the team answers that question correctly, you will get the points assigned to that question. If you get the question wrong, points will be deducted. You have 2 power-up cards that you can see in front of you. The first power-up card is called Double Your Points. This means that you will be able to double the assigned points if you get it correct. But if you get it wrong, you will be deducted double the points as well. Important note, teams, you must choose whether you want to play this particular card before you see the question. The other card is called the redirect card. You can choose to play this card when you want to redirect the question to anybody else on stage. This one, you can see the question and then decide that you want to redirect. If you redirect to another team and they get the answer correct, then both you and the other redirected team will get the full points. But if the redirected team gets it wrong, then points will be deducted only for the redirected team. You can only use one of each throughout the entire game. We're going to go direct into question 1. So, Outram Secondary, choose which of these squares you would like to go with.
A3.
A3, please. You have 15 seconds on. The clock starts now. This is not an easy one. Remember, it is short answer Jeopardy. You have to write something. Time is up, pens down. Time is up, pens down. Tough. Let's see if there was any attempt here and what that was. Can we bring up Outram's answer, please? Addictives. Judges are deliberating. Do we have to? No, we have got an incorrect answer right there, unfortunately. Let's take a look at what the correct answer is they were looking for. Microplastics. SJI, here are the remaining options available. What question with what point would you like to attempt?
B4.
B4. Here is B4. I am putting 15 seconds on the clock, and your time starts now. Keep it short, keep it legible, keep it concise. This is short answer Jeopardy. 5 seconds remain. What tool are we talking about? Time is up, pens down. SGI, what was your answer? Can we reveal it, please? Generative AI. Okay, judges, I'm looking at you. That is the correct answer. You score your points. Congratulations, SJI. You still have your 2 cards intact. Presbyterian, what's it going to be?
C3.
Here is the question, C3.
Redirect.
Redirect. Stop. Teams, pause there. Who would you be redirecting this question to?
Temasek.
You would like to issue a redirect to Temasek Junior College. Now remember what happens here. Temasek Junior College, if you get it right, you get the full points for yourself and Presbyterian. If you get it wrong, you get points deducted. 15 seconds for Temasek JC starts now. Please make your attempt of the question. Gentle reminder, only required, only allowed to start. You've already attempted? Okay, let's see what your answer is, please, Temasek JC. Peace be with you all. Is that correct? Judges, are we going to give it to them? Judges are saying it's a correct answer. Points go to both teams in this case, Presbyterian and Temasek JC as well. Temasek Junior College, the question vault is now up. Please select your square.
D3.
D3. Here is your question. Okay, redirect is being activated here. Super dramatic. Whom are you redirecting this question to? You are redirecting it to Outram Secondary School. Please pass your card to my assistant right there. Outram Secondary School. I'm going to put 15 seconds on the clock. Your 15 seconds begins now. Make an attempt. Eight seconds remain. Put something down. Time is up. Did we get an attempt out? Let's see. Outram Secondary, was there any answer on your device? Unfortunately, is this an emotion? Is it? You wanted to put Gurmit Singh. Okay. Either way, judges, unfortunately, there's no points there. You get points deducted, actually, Outram Secondary. What was the correct answer? Eric Koo. That's right. Unfortunately, you did not get that right. Now we go into the second round of 4 questions, starting with SJI. Pick your square.
We would like to take C4 with double points.
C4 for double the points. Here is the question. 15 seconds on the clock begins now. What did they cite as the leading cause for this partner-related sleep disruption? Audience, any guesses? What do you think? Snoring? Really, yeah, snoring. Let's see the answer, please. Or rather, your answer is just snoring is what they said. Jamie, it's absolutely correct. Double the points for St. Joseph's. Presbyterian, you are up next.
A4.
A4. You have to answer. You have no redirect left. Here is your question. 15 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. How many percent will this expansion increase the airport's capacity by? Time is up, pens down. Wow. Presbyterian, what was your answer? Let's reveal. 30%. 30%. Oh, this is actually a pretty absolute answer. Jamie, 30% is not the correct answer. Almost correct. What is the correct answer, computer? 50% is absolutely right. Temasek Junior College, you're up next. What is your question square?
D4.
D4. Another 5-point question right here. Any double being used? No? You have to attempt this question. You have no redirect left. Here is question D4. 15 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. Time is up. Pens down, please. Temasek JC, what did you think? Your answer was measles. Audience, correct? Sounds correct, but only the judges and the arbitrators can tell us, is that the correct answer, Jamie? Absolutely right, measles. Measles was the correct short answer. Outram, you have the next selection right here.
B3.
B3 for 10 points. Are you using a double? No? Okay. Here is question B3. Okay, so 15 seconds. Ready? 15 seconds starts now. What is the vaccination that they must get before heading out to Mecca for the Hajj? It sounds like you know this. It sounds like you have read this. It sounds like you are quite sure that you want these 10 points. Time is up. Pens down. You made an attempt. Okay, who knows this? Come on, shout out what the 3 vaccinations are. SARS? What do you mean by SARS? What is your answer, Outram? Let's see. COVID-19, chickenpox, and the flu jab. Judges, unfortunately, that is not the correct answer. But some of them were, okay, maybe judges, you can pick up a microphone, talk us through which were the ones that were correct here between COVID-19, chickenpox, and flu jab.
Well, COVID-19, yes.
Yes.
Influenza, yes.
Yes. The third one was something else.
We shall see, unfortunately.
Let's reveal the answer. Chickenpox is not correct, but the third one was actually meningococcal. This is for meningitis. I'm so sorry, Outram. You don't get the points for that, but very good attempt. Very good attempt, right? You want to see the scoreboard? Scoreboard is ready. Let's bring it up. Temasek Junior College with 179 points right now. Presbyterian High, you will get the first selection in this round. Bring up the question vault, please. Only the 20 and 10 pointers remain. What will be your selection?
A2.
A2. Are you using a double?
No.
No use of the double as of yet. A2, you must attempt. Here is your question. 15 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. This is something, as you can see in the question, very current, very recent. The news was from May 7th. What was the incident? Pens down. Time is up. What was Presbyterian High's answer? Let's take a look. Kashmir? Is that the incident that sparked this latest clash? Is that an answer that we can accept? Judges are deliberating. Is it an acceptable answer? Judges, what is your response? Unfortunately, that is not a response that we can accept. Let's see what the answer was that our team was looking for. You got the correct area, but there was a bit more information that was perhaps missing when we talk about the specific incident that sparked this latest clash. Temasek Junior College, you're up next. Can we bring up the question vault, please?
C2.
C2?
Yeah.
C2 for 10 points. Are you doubling? Nope. No. Maintaining. Strategy from Temasek JC. You must answer this question. 15 seconds begins now. It's one of our first visual questions. Who is this Singaporean golfer? Time is up. Pens down. Let's see your answer, please, Temasek JC. Whom did you think? Michael? So the strategy was you are not sure, but you just whack one random English name and hope that it's the case. Because that's unfortunately incorrect. Let's see who this person actually is. The correct answer we're looking for was actually Hiroshi Tai. Maybe his friends call him Michael, I don't know. Let's move on to Outram Secondary School. You are now in the driver's seat to pick another question. What are you going to choose for us?
D2.
D2, here is the question. 15 seconds starts now. What is his sport? 4 seconds remain, Outram. Time is up. Do we know Mark Lewis? Anybody? Outram Secondary, what was your answer? Was it 100 meters? You just wrote... Okay, show us your answer first, and we'll see if the judges can track and field. Oh, man. Judges, can we accept that? The arbitrators and the judges are having a conversation to see if that was specific enough, I'm guessing. What is Mark Lewis's sport? We will give it to you. Sprinting or 100-meter running was the option. Track and field has been accepted. Points go to Outram Secondary School. Wow. SJI, you have the next question to be selected. 5 left.
I say B2, please.
B2. All teams leaving the 20 pointers. Here is B2. 15 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. They seem confident. They're going to keep their redirect card for later. Only one final round left for them. Time is up, pens down. Were you confident of your answer? No? Okay. Let's see it anyway, SJI. What did you say was the answer? Blood contamination. Wow. Why were the operations shut down in the first place? In 2023, blood contamination is your answer. Judges. Unfortunately, that is not an answer the judges will be able to accept, because the correct answer actually was this. Now, this was the full answer. I'm guessing any part of this would have been accepted. Some of his storage tanks of cord blood had been exposed to temperatures above minus 150 degrees, which could result in damage to stem cells in the cord blood, so they were no longer viable for use. Final round robin, Temasek Junior College. We kick off with you. What's it going to be?
A1.
You would like to use A1. Are you doubling up?
No.
Question A1. Silence in the room. Here is your question. "15 seconds for Temasek Junior College's final question starts now." It seems like they are making an educated guess. It seems like they're discussing a little bit. 1 second left. Time's up, pens down. You know, it'll be amazing if we asked who was Lapu Lapu and they said Michael. I hope you didn't put Michael again, you know, like, when unsure, just put Michael. It'll be right at one point. Okay, what is your answer? Oh, Michael. Native Canadian. Ah, okay, that was an interesting answer. However, is that the correct answer? Judges say no, not an acceptable answer. In fact, probably quite far from the correct answer. Can we reveal the answer, please? It was a Philippine war hero. Or a Filipino tribal chief would have been acceptable as well. Unfortunately, TJC, you do not get the points. Let's see, Outram Secondary, you are up next.
D1.
D1. Here is question D1. Are you using redirect? Yes. Which team would you like to redirect this question to?
Presbyterian.
You would like to redirect this to Presbyterian. Good luck. 15 seconds for Presbyterian starts now. What is this practice? Remember, it is a sharp contrast to the 996. This is a sharp contrast to 996, a practice of working from blank. 996. What did Presbyterian High say? From 9 a.m. to 12 a.m. the next day. Does that qualify as 996? Jamie says no, unfortunately not. We were looking for a bit more of a specific answer, which was this. 996 refers to 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., 6 days a week. Unfortunately, Presbyterian, you get a deduction. No problem, a big hand for attempting it anyway, yes? St. Joseph's, you are next.
Okay, we would like to take C1, please.
C1 is the question. Here is question C1. You're redirecting, okay? You're redirecting to whom? Tell me.
Presbyterian.
Presbyterian. Wow, everybody redirecting to you. 15 seconds on the clock starts now. Two plates moved horizontally along each other. If you have geography teachers in the room, they may be jumping in their seats because they know the answer, trying to share it with you, but your time is up. Let's do it in reverse. Team, can we do this? Can we show the correct answer first? The answer was the Indian and the Sunda plates. Indian and Sunda plates. Presbyterian, what was your answer? Now we reveal. Indian and ASEAN. Asian? Did you say Asian? Indian and Asian plates. Unfortunately, we cannot give you that. But good attempt, I must say. Presbyterian, perhaps it is only befitting that you are the last team to answer one final question in this competition. Now, it is my duty to remind you that you have your double points card remaining. And it looks like you are going to use it. Sound effect for double points. Question B1 is this. 5 schools in Badok. Whoa. Hold. No writing yet. 15 seconds. Starts now. Audience silence, please. Let them think. They have to write down 3 schools that are in the midst. You have 3 answers there, Presbyterian. Let me first do the same thing. Reveal all the 5 correct answers, please. All 5. Temasek Primary, Temasek Secondary, Badok Town Secondary, Chao Nan Primary, or Siglap Secondary. Presbyterian, did you have 3 of these 5 in your answers? Let's see. Presbyterian answer was Badok Town, Siglap Sec, and Tampines Sec. Is that what you wrote, Tampines Sec? Judges, anything you want to ask us?
They were so very close, so I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, that is an unacceptable response. You had us on the edge of our seats, though. It's time for us to invite our GOH. Please give it up for Mr. Sean Huang, once again, Senior Parliamentary Secretary, together with Editor, Straits Times, Jamie Ho. Thank you, sir. Welcome. Jamie, thank you very much.
Firstly, I'm incredibly proud of all of you. Let's give them a big round of applause. There were many questions which myself, I could not answer, but you came up with an answer. But most importantly, whoever is the winner today, or whoever doesn't get the podium prize for today, the important thing is to continuously learn throughout life. Keep reading, be curious in your pursuits, and wherever you travel to, whomever you interact with, always ask good questions. be the first ones to ask a question, understand the other person's lived experiences, and continue to learn and be better. And most important of all is when we come together in such competitions, is to make good friends, because in the future, all of you will be working together to build the future of Singapore. So thank you very much. All the best.
Are we ready to reveal our winners of this afternoon? Yes? Let's find out. The team in fourth place winners, were the school from Presbyterian High School. Congratulations. A truly valiant effort. They went for broke in that final round and almost managed to turn things around. And they have everything to be proud of in this contest. Next, we have the third place winner. Outram Secondary School. Again, they did very well. They strategized all throughout. They were in the lead after round 1. Congratulations to the team from Outram Secondary School. Well done. For the top 2, before we reveal the slides, can I invite both teams to come and join us in the center, please? Both teams. The second place team of the What's the News quiz competition is from St. Joseph's Institution. Congratulations to the team from SJI. The Josephians have come through. Congrats to SJI, well done. Which means the winning school for our inaugural What's the News contest is Temasek Junior College. Champions this year. Well done to this team of 4.
Definitely very shocked, but also very thrilled, and we're very grateful for this opportunity to be able to participate in this event. So thankful to the Straits Times and to our teachers and everyone who supported us on our journey.
I think that everyone who's here today and all the schools have participated are all a winner in their own rights. And I think that everyone who's here are all connected by the knowledge of current affairs and how we are always engaged in keeping touch with the world around us.
What an exciting final this has been. I've been your host and quizmaster Rishi Budrani on behalf of the Straits Times on their 180th anniversary. This has been What's the News? What's the News in 3, 2, 1, go!